So hi, today my husband and I are going to do a couples tag. Initially I wasn't quite sure how to do the couples tag because there was a major event that happened as a result of my husband and I getting together. Before I get into the couples tag, I wanted to kind of give a little bit of the background of events surrounding our meeting or getting together. And I think it's pretty significant because it proves whom God puts together, no man could put asunder. As a result of us marrying each other, I wound up losing my job. I was fired. I was fired from my job for what they call fornication. However, that was not the real reason why I was fired from my job. It was an emotional and trying time for my husband, for myself, and my entire family. It wasn't recent, but the story actually made national news. So it was a really awkward time for us. It was a very stressful time for my family, and I learned how intrusive the media could be. I learned how much hate there is in the world, and I couldn't understand why my relationship with my husband was not accepted. So my eyes were opened up to a lot of things that I had never experienced before. For the first time in my life, I witnessed firsthand how hateful people are, and it broke my heart because these are people who claim to be Christians, who claim to be leaders in the Christian community. So it was really disappointing. And if I did not stand the solid ground in my relationship with God prior to encountering these people, I probably would have lost all faith. So I'm glad that I had already obtained my relationship prior to meeting these people, because these people turned out to be a great disappointment. And to be the leaders in Christ that they claimed they were very harsh. They were very judgmental. I never announced to the school that I was engaged, but they kind of knew because they saw the diamond on my hand, and so they knew something was different, and they started asking questions. And I just remember them taking me out to lunch, and it was basically like an interrogation of some sort, and discouraged me from marrying him. In fact, they went as far as saying, "You better not marry him." And all of this came as like a shock to me. But of course, you know, I am my own person. I am an adult. I married the man that I love. And shortly thereafter, they fired me. I'm going to get more into the details of the story much later on. If you're interested, stay tuned. It is sort of awkward now because my kids, they're internet savvy, and you know, I have my smaller ones even now, they're on the internet, say, "Hey mommy, I googled your name and all these articles are coming up," and you know, a little awkward that, you know, for the rest of my life I'll be in a Google search and something negative will forever be associated with my name. So I would like to finally tell my story, and I will tell it at a later date. During the time that it was ran by the media, the entire story was never really told on my part. We were contacted during that time by so many different media outlets. We were bombarded with radio talk shows and television shows, and it was just, it was overwhelming. But and at the time I did not want to go on television. I didn't want to turn my story into a media circus. I didn't want to do that. I declined most of the interviews because I felt at the time it was really a personal issue, and I was very emotional at the time and distraught and very confused. However, I did do the Today Show, and the reason why I did that was because I was advised by my attorney to put a face to the story, to put the proper perspective on the story, because during that time, the school had been running with several lies. They were expressing to the media that I was under some type of contract, or there was some type of morals clause that I agreed to or signed, and none of that existed. So it was important to me to let people know that no, that's a lie. I never signed any contract with the school. There was never a morals clause for conduct or what is expected in my private life. So I was able to go on today's show and dispel that misconception. However, you know, people are going to believe what they want to believe anyway. So everything that I say, it's basically all backed up as public information if anybody ever wanted to look it up. At any rate, at the end of the day, love does win. We are in a successful marriage. Up to this day, we've been together for 7 years now, and we're still going strong. I'm just as much in love with my husband as I was the first day that we met, and nothing's going to change that. There's so many twists and turns to this case that it's difficult to even know where to start. But I will put a video together, and I will candidly speak with you all about that case. Thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.